I've got 3 twin trunk western hemlocks, Tsuga Heterophylla. I've grown these from seed. They're about 4 years from seed. And I don't be seeing a lot of western hemlocks that are grown from seed. It's native to my climate, Western Washington. So about 4 years ago, I collected seeds and I want to grow them and try to do bonsai. I don't know exactly like if there's techniques to growing these from seed. So a lot of the stuff I'm gonna be doing will be testing, like trying to figure things out. But there's universal laws I can use, right? Which is, if I want branches to stay alive, I need to have them get some sunlight. I need to work on the roots when they're young, which I've done. Specifically for these twin trunk trees, I try to combine both trees to have the roots come out from the same area. And for the other ones that are not twin trunks, I've also worked on their roots. I haven't wired much, but I'm gonna try to wire today. Seems like they are still flexible, just like most conifers are flexible when they're young. So I'm gonna be repotting these 3 twin trunk trees and try to shape them up and try to do more root work if it's needed. They're very healthy. They're very good for my climate, and they have very small needles. I don't know why this is not more common as a bonsai. Maybe there's something I don't know about, but we'll find out as I try to make this, as I try to turn these into bonsais. These 3 specifically will be twin trunk, and I got 7 more that are single trunks. All right, let's get started. Let me move these 2 out of the way. Start with this guy right here. This guy, oh, look at this. The wire bit in so much. Wow. Let me see, the other 2 don't have wire. Okay, so first, let me remove it from its pot. Let me also try to collect the old soil. As a conifer, I don't know if it needs the beneficial fungus. I know my pines do, but I don't know if it's the same for hemlocks. But it doesn't hurt to keep the old soil, at least a little bit of it. Oh, this is that is very much stuck. Aye. That's a good sign. You see the roots are like, they're gripping the air pockets. Something. I don't have a root sickle, but let me see if I could use this. Wow, these are very stuck. There we go. All right, let's see. Wow, this thing has like a strong bend right here. Crazy. As you can see, the roots, there might have been some damage right there. and there's a rollover of the trunk. Grab. Okay, so let me get some of these roots, weird roots out. I don't know which way this one is going, but I don't need it. Whew. What am I looking at here? These high up roots I can get rid of. This one looks like almost like a air root. It's all the way up there. Okay, so not bad. The tree looks pretty healthy. Some high up roots, but it's okay. The roots are also seeming like they're about to fuse. These are two different trees, by the way, that I've combined. Alright. Root structure is pretty good. You can actually barely see the roots. So many of them. Okay, this one is going upwards. Can go. Alright. So let me get a wire. Oh, actually, I gotta remove that old wire first. Oh wow, this wire has bitten in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the whole spot that it's bitten in. The whole, what's it called? Just removed everything with the wire. Reason why? Because I want one of these trunks to be much smaller than the other one. So I'm gonna keep this as the main guy, and then this guy as the other one. Even though the one that's leaning is the bigger one. Oh well. Get that wire in. Good thing is, what I can do is basically anchor on top of each other. I don't have to go into the soil. Alright, let me get this other guy. With this other one, I want to dodge the area that it's already been scarred. So that I don't scar it again. Let's see if I don't think this is strong enough. I have to get another wire. Or should I make this guy the main guy? What do you think? Usually when I'm trying to do twin trunk, I want the main trunk to be the one that's more upright, and the supporting trunk to be basically trying to get the sun that is not being blocked by the other tree, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, these trees are growing to try to reach the sun, right? So I have to match that in bonsai, because I'm trying to create an old tree that has followed the sun for many thousand years. And so if there's a twin trunk composition, there's a main tree that is getting most of the sun, and then the other one is getting whatever sun that's left over, if that makes sense. So basically, the other one would be basically complementing the main one. In my opinion, that's what I think is a good twin trunk style. Only twin trunk, most trees, they need to reach the sun. They need to be they need to be in accordance with the sun. All right, that one. They're not that flexible. Like a pine, this thickness would be much more flexible. This one, I mean, it is still flexing. I mean, it's still flexible, just not as much as I thought. I think this is okay. I'll just give it a little bit more. Did I even flex it? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yep. This other one. Try to get them together more. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we got a good amount of flex in there. Even the other one could be the main trunk. I guess we'll just go with the flow. See how it turns out. So far, so good. And now, let me pot it up. Let me double check the roots. Actually, let me also prune a little bit of the bottom part. It's actually a lot. It's a good amount. But should be okay. Yep. I like what I see so far. I just see a twisted one right there. Get rid of that. All right. Did they fuse? I think maybe they could have fused. This looks pretty good. So let me keep that. Yeah. They're about to fuse. Let's see if you can see that. Like, I don't know if they're fused. They might have. Anyways, let me get it potted up. Let's see. Damn, I can't even see nothing. All right. Go. Hopefully you can. All right. And then the other side. You gotta make sure it's not moving. It's one thing I learned with keeping these trees alive. It being stable is one of the most important, if not the most important thing to keeping it alive in the small pot. Especially when they're young, because they don't have a lot of structural roots. pretty stable. Gotta be that stable where it could pick up the whole thing. Actually, even a little bit more stable. Really don't want it to even move at all. Because I lost some beautiful trees by not stabilizing it. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. And another thing, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, make sure there's no air pockets. Yeah, I really like how it's looking so far. Pretty good. It's only 4 years old from seed. And by the way, these trees have the tiniest seed. They're much smaller than pine seeds, much smaller than the Scots pine and the black pine, of course, and much, much smaller than the white pine seeds. And then when it sprouts, it's very, it's very tiny. All right, there we go. Now that I potted the first one, I'm gonna do the same for the other two, and then we'll be back. Check this one out. Looks like the roots have already fused. Looking pretty nice, nice flare. This is gonna turn out to be a nice bonsai. And here is the third one. I got it like leaning more. The roots looks pretty good. I like how it, as it, goes lower, it splays out. And as they fuse, I have a feeling they're gonna turn out to be even better. Yep. Both leaning. I'm gonna try to keep the one below smaller and then the one above bigger as they grow. But yeah, that's all three of them. Thanks for watching. Bye.